Hello, wellness seekers. So happy for you to join another episode of Taking Healthy Back with Maria, me being Maria. And this is my friend, my good friend, Lori DALY, who has an incredible healing story. And she is very impactful in this movement of taking healthy back because she is a living, breathing example of how you do it against your doctor's wishes in all the natural ways that are afforded to us in nature. So this is very exciting for me. We're going to do a little tranquil. We're going to huff it in because Lori's a little nervous here and she doesn't look it. And I'm happy about that. Let me just tell you a little bit about Lori before we get started, like a little icebreaker. Lori is incredibly talented, and she'll talk about one of her non-negotiables is her getting her in her genius of creativity. So she makes fun things like this. Look at this blanket. It's just spectacular with the colors, pillows, sweaters, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to put her Etsy store information at the end because you're going to want to see her stuff. It's just happy. It's made with love, and it's one of her non-negotiables. So you'll learn about that in a minute. Welcome, Lori.
Hi, everyone.
We met in Florida, but now we're in South Carolina near Greenville, and on my way traveling, I just wanted to share Lori's story because it's incredible. And Lori, my first question is, how does your idea of success correlate to your level of wellness? Like, how important is wellness in your success?
Oh, okay. Well, everything I do requires me to be healthy and vibrant and full of life. So I like to hike, and for me, being healthy means that I can go out into nature and enjoy life with my husband and my son and my dogs. And
has it contributed to your professional success?
Yes, of course, right? Because my job is pretty demanding, and so I need to be healthy and
alert,
and being able to work every day and enjoy life. I'm very full of life, and I have a lot of passions and a lot of creativity things that I like to do. So it's very important for me to be healthy, obviously, but also for me, the idea of being healthy is honoring God, because I can be in the world for other people and show up for other people in the way that God would want me to show up for people. So and I can give back to my community and try to inspire others to be healthy, and
which you do. Right. And I want to know, though, let's back up a little because people don't know what you've healed from, what your journey is. So in a nutshell, Lori had a diagnosis that many people we know today that starts with a C got. And she refused to surrender to allopathic medicine. And she's just going to describe some of the alternative, what is considered alternative things that she did. And she went on a whole different path. So Lori, I love your story, and I want you to be, completely transparent about things that transpired and how you overcame them, because to me, it's tremendous in the amount of time in which you did it. So please share.
Okay, I'll try to not make it a huge story, but I had a diagnosis of breast cancer, and I chose to have surgery only and not do chemo or radiation. I wanted to change my life, my diet, my lifestyle. I needed to, it was a soul correction for me. I was not living the life that God had planned for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided to just like change everything in my life, my diet, my lifestyle. And then that led me to plant medicine. So I used mistletoe to heal myself from cancer. I did have a surgery, which is conventional, but I did plants basically. So mistletoe was, healing for me, and it shrunk a tumor and killed it. And I don't know what else to say about that. I can go.
Well, you also, the other things that you did other alternate therapy. Didn't you do like vitamin C therapy?
I did everything. Okay. I did vitamin C IV. I just, I did Reiki. I did massage therapy. I did acupuncture. I went out into nature, which is very healing.
A lot. You did that a lot. You also took a lot of alternative, like the mistletoe is one of the things, but there were other, I don't know, I think there were some cool things like scorpion venom or like,
well,
yeah,
like, I mean, I did some stuff like that. And I did dendritic cell therapy, which is, kind of odd, and I don't know really if they do that here in the United States. I did that in Mexico, but I really I attribute, my healing to my faith,
mm-hmm.
my faith in God. But
so your mindset,
my mindset,
huge.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel that my mindset really played a huge role in my healing, because I was I changed my thinking. I went from somewhat of a negative thinking
mm-hmm.
pattern to a very positive, and not like toxic positivity.
Right.
But like
there's a lot of that.
Really, literally realized that I should be very grateful for life, and be very have a lot of faith
mm-hmm.
in.
Well, what you did took tremendous faith.
Well, yes, absolutely.
Against everybody's wishes and recommendations, and you just went through it.
Yes, yeah.
And heroically.
And specifically not being fearful. It was very important for me to not be fearful, because I felt like fear was going to make the situation worse. So for me, it was, I did not want to have my life robbed by fear. So I took a very, a brave and open-minded approach, mm-hmm. I would say, to...
Tremendous.
Yeah.
And you had to retreat, as I recall, like you needed to stay away from the mainstream thoughts and ideas about how you should do it.
Yes, absolutely.
And so I feel like a trusted, insider, because we met right after her healing took place.
Yes.
And, our association just got stronger and stronger because we were on the same wavelength of healing in the same manner. So, Lori, my second question is, what are your 3 to 5, it could be more, non-negotiables, like every day you do it regardless? And after a conversation we had, I realized that our non-negotiables can change. Mm-hmm. So like at the beginning, what were some of your non-negotiables? And now after this tremendous healing, how has it changed?
Well, non-negotiables for me, I would say, are definitely meditation and prayer, spending time in the Bible, mm-hmm. Reading, and just being still and quiet. And that's absolutely going out into nature, taking walks, like a 30-minute walk every day, even if it's raining in nature, is a non-negotiable. And being creative, doing something creative, whether it's painting or crocheting or just any kind of like crafty. I'm very crafty, so I love to do crafts. So
later I'll actually, if I remember, pan around at some of the artwork in here that she did that looks like stuff that I've seen in gift shops, mm-hmm. Really beautiful stuff. So mindset, getting creative, going out in nature, moving.
Yeah.
I remember at one time, coffee enema, that was a non-negotiable for a long time.
Well, yeah,
right? Daily.
Yeah. I know that's a little
a lot of people do it though.
Yeah, it's extreme for some people, but you know, it's part of the holistic protocol when you're healing from, you know.
Yeah. A lot of these things are just systemic, you know, when things arise. These aren't things that we do all the time, but they are effective.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Yeah, you know, since I've known you then to now, your vibrancy has just gotten bigger.
Oh, sure.
And yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Especially when the mortality rate going on around you is pretty great.
Right.
So what you've done is monumental. And my last question is, what are you doing on a continuous basis towards taking healthy back?
Okay, I like this question. Okay, well, first of all, I try to educate myself on everything natural, herbs, and you know, different modalities and things that are going on, and I like to stay up to date on that kind of information, so that I can share that information with other people, because I'm constantly meeting people. I volunteer at an acupuncture clinic, and I'm constantly meeting people who, you know, could use guidance on certain areas and not as knowledgeable on holistic practices as myself or some of the other people that I volunteer with. So I'm always sharing information with people. And also, since I had a healing journey, my doctor sends some of his new patients to me so that I can kind of walk them through what I did and share resources. I'm often very surprised of the information that people don't even know about. I mean, there's just so many holistic things to do that are so helpful, and people just don't know. And, you know, everybody's really busy in life and they can't stay up on all this stuff. So I kind of, I pride myself on wanting to be like a source of information for people, so that they can come
a resource, totally.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. I try to mentor people in that area, and I'm pretty much like the go-to person for those kind of things, and people are always coming to me, and I just love to help. And I do share my story on social media in certain places, and I have people come to me, and my story was written, my Mistletoe healing story was written in a book. That was
we got to get that book.
Yeah. It's called The Mistletoe Book, and it was written by a few doctors that are pioneers in mistletoe.
Who knew?
Really important for me to say though, mistletoe has been used for over 100 years in Europe, and is the most studied alternative healing modality, natural healing modality in Europe. So it's not.
We're not making any claims.
Yes. Well, no, but I'm just saying. It's not like some like wacky thing, like somebody didn't cut some mistletoe down.
But I mean, what did they do in the day is they went out, they foraged, they got the stuff, they made tinctures and poultices and whatever, salves.
So I think I contribute to the wellness world by being myself and being very motivated by wellness, and most importantly, staying mentally well. Like, you know, being joyful and happy and just,
all her art is joyful and happy.
Yeah, just joyful and happy, and enjoying life and nature and good friends.
And you can commission her to do something, because one of the greatest things that I look forward to every year is on my birthday. I get a homemade gift from her, and it's anything, but it's homemade, and the card is homemade, and it's just lovely. It makes your heart smile. Lori, go get that book, and I'm going to show people your art, and then we'll wrap things up.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Sounds
So
great.
let me show you. You know, she makes happy stuff like that. She made this. Super cute. Her paintings. Let's see, what else? Just really, they're all her oils. She's got a great mirror here where she writes on the mirror affirmations. You got books, anywhere that you got books. She made this great heart picture. You can't tell, but there's rhinestones. And she made this great sweater and crossbody bag and scarf. And that's an awful tour, but I hope you got the gist that she's just lovely and very artistic. And I love getting a gift from her. So this is, what's it called? Mistletoe and the Emerging Future of Integrative Oncology. I'm going to put Lori's information in the description. If you need a mentor, if you've gotten a diagnosis, if you want to know about mistletoe or any natural modalities, this girl knows her stuff. She's well researched, and she's only going to tell you what's good for you and nothing more, nothing less. So thank you, Lori.
You're welcome.
We made it through. She did a great job. Thank you for joining us on Taking Healthy Back. Hey, show everyone your mug.
Oh, yeah.
She's joining the movement.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you guys for watching. Keep watching for more great information. Peace.
Bye.